Next, we would like to invite Mr. Ito Hideki, Commissioner, Financial Services Agency, the Government of Japan, for a keynote address. Thank you very much for the kind introduction. I am Ito of JFSA. I would like to thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity to deliver a speech at the Tokyo Asset Management Forum. Promotion of emerging managers or elevating the capabilities of asset managers are some of the topics to be raised, so I hear. So, in way of opening this symposium, I would like to explain the government's policies for promoting Japan as a leading asset management center. If we could have the first slide projected. The next page, please. In December 2023, we came up with a policy plan for promoting Japan as a leading asset management center in order to invite sustainable growth and increase asset-based income of the people of Japan. Specifically, stable household-based asset formation through switching from savings to investment and corporate value being increased through such investments and the return on investment being recycled back into the household sector. So in order to come up with this positive feedback loop, we've asked each actor in the investment loop to engage in various initiatives, and NISA elevation and permanent establishment of the system, corporate governance action program. These are some of the initiatives that we have taken, but these initiatives alone do not connect the household sector and the corporate sector. So, through the reform of asset management sector and asset ownership, which is included in the policy plan, we are trying to enhance the positive feedback loop. Now going on to the next page. First of all, reform of asset management sector. They invest asset owners' funds from pension funds and households to the Japanese market and overseas markets to provide them with return. About 1,000 trillion yen is being managed, which is threefold of 10 years ago. So the size of the asset under management has grown quite significantly. And in the investment change for the asset management sector to play an important role, they have to increase their capabilities to effective asset management. So, major financial groups have been requested to develop their plans to describe their asset management business strategy, enhance their asset management capabilities, and improve governance. And 16 groups have made public their plans. And in the plans that has been made public by the major financial groups, there are various initiatives in order to elevate their asset management capability. Main theme of this symposium is emerging managers, and we are trying to promote their entry in order to stimulate the capital markets. And we want a positive competition so that they can compete for various services that they can offer to clients in order to establish a mechanism of positive feedback loop. So the JFSA came up with the Japanese Emerging Managers Program, and we are trying to support the entry into the market by emerging managers, specifically in Japan. One of the bottlenecks was the short track record of emerging managers, so they had difficulty in capturing seed money, and they had to bear a heavy burden to establish an infrastructure to be able to enter into the market through various procedures. So we are asking the asset owners to allocate more funds to emerging managers, and we are trying to deregulate the procedural requirements. And two major legal revisions had been conducted, and we are currently preparing to implement those revisions. Next page, please. One is to allow them to outsource the middle back office concerning compliance and accounting so that they can concentrate on the core business. So capable asset managers will be able to enter into the market even with a smaller number of people. Another deregulation is for them to be able to outsource the implementation investment, and they can focus on the planning of investment and decision making. So fund establishment, origination, and management can be outsourced to companies that focus only on those services, so the asset managers themselves can focus on the planning and investment decisions. That kind of new business model can be contemplated. Next page, page 6. Next, reform of asset owners, including the pension funds and insurance companies and households. Reform of asset owners is important. In order for asset owners to fulfill their responsibility to manage their assets, taking account the best interests of beneficiaries, in August of last year, the Cabinet Secretariat announced the principles, and 88 actors had declared acceptance of these principles as of end of last year, and we hope that more asset owners will accept these principles in order to maximize the interests of the beneficiaries. So that they can judge and select the best asset managers they outsource. And we're also advocating the necessity not to make allocation decisions just from name and reputation, but the capability of the CIO or asset managers. Just because the track record is short, we are asking the asset owners not to exclude emerging managers from their choices. So, on the other hand, we are telling the asset managers that if they are able to maximize the interest of the beneficiaries of the asset owners, that they would be able to capture these opportunities. So that would lead to the establishment of the positive feedback loop of more investment by household sector, corporate value increase, and return on investment maximization. Market actors have been evaluating our initiatives quite positively to date. And one voice of international investors is strong leadership by the government is welcomed, because the private sector responded to the initiative by the government, and we have been quite successful in stimulating the asset management sector. There was the change of government to Prime Minister Ishida, but after Prime Minister Ishida was appointed, he gave us a strong and clear message that he's going to continue this policy of making Japan an asset management center. So the JFSA will not be complacent with the success to date, and we will continue to strive for further reform. Like the banking sector and insurance sector, Japan should generate more world-class asset managers. So the JFSA, along with all of you, would like to promote the healthy development of this sector. Last but not least, I truly hope that this event will be a venue of fruitful discussion for all of you. And with that, I will conclude my remarks. Thank you for your kind attention.
様ありがとうございました。
Mr. Ito, thank you very much. Please give him a big round of applause.